Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is December 18th and it's a warm 80 degrees out here. We're here to show you another iconic road in Southern California. Where are we headed today?
We are going to do the entire Mulholland Highway. We are standing at the very beginning that opened in 1924. There's the 101 freeway heading into Hollywood, but we're going to show you some great stuff.
We're going to show you a couple lookouts, the Rock Store, the old place, Trident Missile Base. What else, man?
Well, it's going to be great. We're going to hit the eastern section, the dirt section, and the western section. So come on the ride with us.
Let's go, man. I mean, I've never been up here before.
I have not either.
So I'm kind of blown away. This is the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy Parkland. It's the first pullout that we saw. Had to hang a little U-turn to get back in here, but I'm just amazed. You can see the Hollywood Bowl. You can see all the way into downtown LA. You can see Catalina. You can see Westwood. You can see Santa Monica, and off to my shoulder here, you can see San Fernando Valley. But what's behind us?
Well, the Hollywood sign, but what blows my mind is you get off the 101 freeway, it says Mulholland Highway to the left, and within 100 yards, you're already going uphill, and now the view starts. I mean, this observatory right here is within a mile from the freeway, and it's like, you can see it all. I love this.
Pretty amazing. So Mulholland was instrumental in LA history, right?
Yes.
I mean, he was one of the guys, that Irish-born immigrant, came here and was one of the guys getting water from the Owens Valley. Go check out our Bishop and our Owens Valley rides. You'll see that. That's exactly where the water was coming from. At the time, there were only 90,000 people in LA. And so he realized that the growth was happening. It was tripling almost every year. So today we're at 3.8 million. And he started the whole water project.
He sure did. And you know what? He's definitely famous for the San Francisco Dam, which the night it filled up to capacity, it broke and went down through the Santa Clara River all the way to the ocean, and it wiped out a lot of stuff.
It did. And I read that he had another dam that failed, didn't have the water in it like the one you just mentioned. But it really shook him. He basically retired, went into almost hiding, if you will, and later died of a stroke. So he was just, you know, with all the devastation and the people that were killed, it killed him.
Well, yeah, and he has a very, very deep history in the Southern California area. Actually, if you're riding up the 5 freeway going out to Newhall in that area, you'll see the water tunnel that's coming down. That he's part of all that. That's all the Mulholland project.
Well, I'm excited to see some other stuff up here because this is the first time we've been on this side of the road.
Yeah, well, we're just getting started. We're going to be heading towards dirt and the Nike base, and then there's the eastern and the western, and I can't wait to see it all.
Yep, let's go.
So here we are standing above Universal City. This is awesome. It's kind of narrow through here, but it's still a 2-lane. It's Mulholland Highway, and you can see there's homes on both sides. There's stop signs through here, but definitely worth riding on this part of the road.
Yeah, it's funny. We were walking by a couple tour vans that are taking the tour on Mulholland here, and someone yelled out to Josh, "Hey, 2-lane." Pretty cool to be seen out on the road when we're filming. But yeah, you can see Hogwarts, Josh. Is that what it's called? Hogwarts Castle, you got Universal Studios, you got Toluca Lake, you got Burbank Airport. You can actually see Maselli's, where I proposed to Teresa. And also, you can almost see Jay Leno's garage. So go check that drop out.
Yeah, yeah. My daughter used to live right on the back lot up on the hill right there. You could see into the Universal Studios. That was always fun at dinner parties. But anyway, what's really interesting to me is if you look at this mountain line, and we're standing on Mulholland Highway, where the mountains go low, that's the pass going through Saugus Pass, and that's a major water project for the San Fernando Valley that Mulholland was part of.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. And also, your daughter was close to Forest Lawn, which is where he was buried. So
yeah.
What did you just say to me?
Well, you know, Forest Lawn, a lot of people are dying to get there. Must be a cool place.
Let's go. Well, it's funny, we were doing some research on this place, and this place is a Nike missile base, and it was active from 1956 to 1968. Crazy to think about that, but I was reading some information on it, and we found the sign, and I guess it was written in the time of the day that you had to do things for the computer and not the computer doing it for you. So it would say radar would detect enemy airplane. Radar would send location to computer. Computer would activate missile guidance radar. Missile would be launched from Sepulveda Basin. Missile booster would fall off. Radar would guide missile to enemy airplane. Warhead would detonate, destroying plane before it could bomb Los Angeles. I don't know.
So there's something that I didn't realize till you just read it. So this was a radar tower. The missiles were down in the valley floor at the Nike base, which was like, I didn't know that. That's interesting. And then across the whole valley on DeSoto is another Nike base.
Well, things you learn.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But there were 16 of these
Yes.
towers. This isn't the only one. So there's one up by the shop. But this was to protect the valley during the Cold War when the Soviets actually had built a plane that was not detected by radar. So they had to, in fact, change the warheads on the missiles and make them nuclear. So this was at a crazy time when we were barely born.
See, well, I was born in 1960, so I remember coming up here. Well, I didn't see them when they were live and active, but I didn't know that they were just missiles to shoot airplanes down.
Yeah.
I thought they were actually nuclear missiles to go intercontinental.
Well, by the sign here, it says enemy airplane.
Yeah, there you go.
So I don't know where they're gassing up because it's a long ride. Let's get up on top and check out the view.
Yep. Very interesting.
Wow.
You know, we riding through the hills there, and there was these really nice homes. I mean, there's a lot of work going on. Beautiful canyon, tight canyon, trees, houses, really neat. There's a lot of work going on there too. What did we see?
A lot of speed bumps, you know, and then at Benedict Canyon, which is a famous road here in LA, there were a bunch of food trucks, and it was smelling pretty good. We probably should have stopped and shown the viewers what we're eating off of a food truck, maybe. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of gardeners, there's a lot of maintenance teams, there's a lot of construction zones. So their food guys are making bank up there. I can tell you that right now.
You know, we passed what is it, Runkle Canyon, Benedict Canyon, and all the different hiking trails. I mean, just incredible. What canyon was it?
Well, so we're on top of the world up here. You can see Los Angeles, you can see the ocean, the San Fernando Valley. We went by Laurel Canyon, Coldwater Canyon, Benedict Canyon. So all these canyons feed from the valley to LA. And this is the top, and this road, I know why they made it now, because it's just a scenic byway on the top of the mountain, seeing the whole area.
What's the hiking canyon?
Runyon Canyon.
Runyon Canyon. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess we also did a first thing today, right? The first thing we did is come on the east side of Mulholland Highway, and as you look behind us and you saw us walking, we were in the dirt.
Yes.
So we're on dirt Mulholland as well.
This is the dirt section.
Pretty
You know what's
crazy.
interesting about that? And Runyon Canyon, which is over here. Once we get in the deep west on this road here, you're going to see the old place. And the Runyon family had something to do with the movie ranch and the old place. I don't know the history 100%, but anyway, there's some connections here.
So we're only halfway through this thing. Let's go grab some lunch and we'll hit the road and show you the rest of Mulholland. But we got to get off of this, get down onto the freeway, and then come back up Topanga because the rest of this is dirt and it is closed off.
Yeah, we cannot ride on the dirt because it's blocked.
So let's get moving.
All right.
Well, we're on the west side of dirt Mulholland. Gonna head down to the coast today, right?
We sure are. I mean, the dirt section's beautiful. There is a section in the middle where no motor vehicles are allowed, but we're on the west end, like you said. We're at Topanga, Highway 27. Beautiful canyon as well.
So let's go past the old place, the rock store. Too bad we can't get up the Snake, but we may film it.
Now, this is the section that you're all familiar with, but we're going to show it to you anyway.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
do we run into?
Come on.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm Johnny, right here at the old place with my boys from 2 Lane Life, just hanging out, giving them the tour. They were telling me they're gonna hit the canyons. I suggest you guys do the same. It's a beautiful, beautiful ride. Yeah, always a pleasure seeing these guys, man. Make sure you guys check them out.
When's the last time you saw us?
I saw you guys a few weeks ago. I went out to 2 Lane Life. I took my father-in-law and took him as well. Introduced him to the channel, and he's obsessed with it too. And had great conversations, and just can't say nothing but good things about these guys, man.
Right on, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, always a pleasure,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
Yeah, you guys be safe out there. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
See
good seeing you,
guys.
brother.
See you on the road.
What an iconic place.
Beautiful.
The old place here in Cornell, and Johnny just brought us some water. Great meeting him and his father-in-law, and it was great seeing him here today as well.
Always fun when that happens.
So this place, I guess in 1894 through 1904 was a post office.
Yes.
They had a library, they had a little general store, then it became a restaurant later on, and they say Steve McQueen used to frequent this.
The Paramount Movie Ranch is all around this area here, and they do a lot of filming here, and that's where the Runyon had something to do with the filming too. And he's part of the family that I think owned this in the beginning.
Well, we're sitting across from the Peter Strauss Ranch, and if you have not eaten at this place, if you're in Southern California, you need to come try it. They have great steaks. I think you, Lance, and Juan came over here a few weeks ago.
Yes.
And you had a big old steak.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
But great food, great scenery. They have a winery next door. They usually play bands there or have bands playing there. We're going to head up to the rock store. Then, unfortunately, the Snake is closed, so we've got to come back down to Canaan, jump on that for a couple miles, then we'll jump back on Mulholland.
So it's interesting. You leave Topanga, you get off the dirt. There's Mulholland Drive, which then turns into Mulholland Highway. And the highway part is what we're on now, the western part of this, which goes to Leo Carrillo Beach. But it's you're up in some really deep mountains with some foliage everywhere, and it's you're canyon riding for sure with not a lot of houses around. So that's what most of you ride on or most of you see. But if you get a chance to come out here and do that, you got to hit this area.
Yep, iconic Southern California riding with great spots to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And it's Wednesday today.
Well, let's run up to the rock store and we'll talk about Rich and him for a minute.
Yeah. We are about a mile away from the old place. We are at the Rock Store. This is an iconic place on Mulholland Highway. Usually this parking lot is packed with motorcycles on the weekend. Hollywood comes here. Jay Leno, he frequents this spot. Great spot.
Yeah, so we won't give you a lot of history because we did a whole piece with Rich and he talked about all the history of this place and the store. If you want to watch the whole history on the Rock Store, click the link above. We're now going to run up and see where the Snake is closed off. I don't know, man. Used to be a racetrack, right?
Oh, yeah. People go up there. They show off. They show what they have. They have fast cars, fast bikes. A lot of accidents have happened up there. That's why they're keeping this place closed up there.
So let's get going.
To Mulholland Highway, continuing on here. This is one of my favorite sections of the road in the area. What's going on?
Well, it's amazing to me. I have not been on this road for a minute. I think the last time I was on here, I came around the corner up ways back there, and Aaron Baker was on his trike, just taking in some shade, so we chatted it up for a little bit. But Man, I used to run this canyon a lot on my old Road King and street glides, but it's been a while. LC, what do you think, bud?
Well, I'm digging it. You know, we just take this journey on the backbone through the Santa Monica Mountains. You can see the coast in a lot of areas. You can see the valley, LA. I mean, this is one of the most scenic rides you can find in Southern California. So if anyone's in town and got a bike you can get a hold of, or you're on your bike, find Mulholland Highway and take a ride.
Yeah, we actually had some fans turned friends in town, Justin and Audrey, that came out, and I took them riding on these roads the day after our open house party, and they loved it so much that Justin actually came back. He was here yesterday, a couple weeks later, showing his buddy all these roads, because it's kind of unlike anywhere else along the coast in Southern California. Canyon networks in between the coast and the city. Most of the roads are pretty well maintained, lots of curves, and takes you right down to the beach.
Well, there's just so many roads in Southern California to mention, and you know, offshoots up here, Decker, Encino, Little Sycamore Canyon. There's so many. You go up Old Topanga Road. But that's pretty cool that you took some folks out riding, Josh. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they loved it.
Well, you know, it's amazing. In the history, they did so many movies in Mulholland Canyon, especially in Mulholland East. And you have Laurel Canyon, where all the rock stars and people used to live back in the 60s and 70s. So there's a lot of history to find here, so check it out.
Oh, hold on, boys.
Whoa, yeah, baby.
You never know until you go, right?
Whoa.
Would have been cool to have some signs going on, but anyway.
So we're going to make our way down to Leo Carrillo, where this highway actually ends, and we'll stop there, give a little bit of history, close this thing out. But it's been a great day today.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Love the ride. Hope you guys find it and love it too.
See you down that road.
What a great run. 55 miles of sheer bliss.
Well, almost 55. We did a little bit of the dirt, but not all of it.
Right.
But I'm going back into my memory bank, because that run this past from Canaan to here is fantastic. You got to watch out for a little bit of debris on the road, but it's fantastic. And I hope you guys enjoyed this iconic ride through the Santa Monica Mountains.
Mulholland Highway, a highway to definitely ride. It was considered back in the day when it was built in 1924, 26?
24.
To be one of the best scenic highways in America, that's what they thought.
Well, you know why he wanted it put in is to get people down to the beach. And we're at Leo Carrillo, it's where we ended it. They've got about 140 campgrounds that you can come down right across the street from the beach as well. Surfers, pelicans, we got it all, baby.
Hey, Josh, thanks for catching all this action, and
hey, with
see him
that,
down the road.
well, hold on. twolanelife.com, get all your merch and parts. And what else do they need to do?
subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, and we will see you
And comment. See you down the road. When he got here, he realized that LA was really growing. At the time, there's a couple lookouts, Nike Trident
And we are at the beginning.
to do.
Yeah, but real quick, there are, well, the Paramount Movie Ranch.
Yeah, I don't know if we give much history if they need to go look at our video.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Check. Check.
Where are we at?
Where are we at?
One of the active, or you? Well, I'm crazy. Well, I guess you won't be the snake up there. If you